Racist cops handcuffed a black woman without knowing she was a U.S. Army general. Her one call to the Pentagon? It ended their careers in less than an hour. The click of the handcuffs rang out like a gunshot on the quiet suburban street. "You're resisting arrest!" one officer snapped as he twisted the woman's arm behind her back, shoving her face first onto the hood of the squad car. Gasps from bystanders filled the air, but she didn't flinch. Even cuffed, even pressed against cold metal, her posture remained upright, military sharp. Then, in a voice like steel, she said, "You have no idea who you just handcuffed." 20 minutes later, they'd be begging to keep their jobs. An hour later, the Pentagon would make sure they never wore a badge again. General Naomi Carter wasn't just anyone. She was one of the most respected strategic minds in modern military history. Fresh off a classified overseas mission, on her way to a top-level Pentagon debrief. She'd seen war. She'd faced enemies in deserts, jungles, and war rooms. But this was a different kind of battle. And the enemy wore blue. It started when she pulled into a cafe parking lot. Two officers across the street noticed her luxury sedan. "Suspicious vehicle," one muttered. They never asked for ID, just assumptions, prejudice, and power they thought couldn't be questioned. "You fit a description," one said coldly. Then came the cuffs, the smirk, the shove. But Naomi Carter wasn't just a citizen, she was command. "Let me make a call," she ordered. The taller cop sneered. "You ain't calling nobody." He was wrong. With her hands restrained, Naomi locked eyes with a stunned bystander and spoke 3 numbers aloud. A Pentagon-level emergency protocol. The phone rang twice. "Pentagon, secure line." The officers froze. Naomi spoke calmly. "This is General Naomi Carter. Badge numbers 4-8-7-2 and 5-1-9-3 have just detained me unlawfully. I'm requesting immediate review of their authorization to act." Panic erupted on the other end. The dispatch radio exploded. "All units, stand down. Repeat, stand down." Backup arrived, but not for them. The chief's voice cracked through the comms. "You just cuffed a Pentagon-level officer. God help you." The officers' faces drained of color. They fumbled to unlock the cuffs, mumbling apologies. Naomi didn't blink. She picked up the phone again. "Secretary, I want a full audit on these two. Every stop, every complaint, every life they've touched." Then she turned to them and said, "You targeted the wrong woman today. By sundown, suspended. By the end of the week, charged, exposed, fired." And the next morning, as Naomi walked through the Pentagon's marble halls in full uniform, the news played footage of their perp walk on every screen. Proof that even in street clothes, a general still outranks prejudice. If this story hit you deep, tap that like button and drop a karma in the comments. At Soul-Stirring Stories, we remind the world, power doesn't always wear a badge, and justice never forgets who you are.